We're now in part 4 of our reading of chapter 18, The Law of Attraction, from the book The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. This is a little bit longer section, and this is called Attracting Success. So, let me begin. All right. We mean by demonstration bringing into our experience something which we had not experienced before, bringing it in as the result of conscious thought, and unless it is possible to do this, our whole science is a mistake and a delusion. Unless there is a divine principle, universal soul, or subjectivity or medium which of itself, without any help or assistance, can produce things and will, then there is nothing in this teaching. But there is a divine principle, and what it does for us, it must do through us. Our part in the demonstration is to set the word in motion, thus compelling through the law of subjectivity the result or manifestation. The subjective state of a man's thought decides what is going to happen to him in his objective experience. The subjective state of his thought is the sum total of his thinking and knowing. It is the medium between the relative and the absolute, between the limitless and the conditioned. Whatever is involved in it will evolve. Therefore, when there is no longer anything in our mentality which denies our word, a demonstration will be made. Nothing can stop it, for the law is absolute. We should approach the law normally and naturally and with a sense of ease. There is nothing peculiar or weird about it. It is a natural law, working in a normal way, and must be thought of in this light. We should come to consider the law and the spirit as friends, and think of them as such. In this way, we shall gradually go from good to more good, and from peace to greater peace. This is the natural unfoldment of reality through man. We should expect the best, and so live that the best may become part of our experience. Suppose one wishes more activity in his business, more success. Every day he should see his place filled with people, see them looking at and finding pleasure in his merchandise, see them comparing prices and realizing that he is offering good values, see them delighted with the service he is giving, see them cheerful, beaming, expansive, as though they enjoy the atmosphere of his place, see the uplift which the spirit of his goodwill gives them. Make a mental picture of it. We are dealing with intelligence, and we should recognize the power that we are working with, realizing our oneness with it, and then we should ask for what we wish and take it. If we were treating for activity in a store we owned in Boston, we would not be treating someone in Kalamazoo for the mumps and expect that the store would demonstrate more success. We must be specific in what we do, while at the same time never outlining how it shall be done. Remember, we are dealing with intelligence. It is going to evolve our concept exactly as we involve it. If one could take a picture of his objective circumstances and a picture of his subjective mentality, he would find them to be identical, for one is the cause of the other. One is the image, and the other is the reflection of that image. So, our success in business, the activity which we generate through the operation of the law, depends upon our ability to conceive. At all times, we are either drawing things to us or pushing them away. In the average individual, this process goes on without his knowing it, but ignorance of the law does not change its result. What? Someone will say, do you think that I thought failure or wanted to fail? Of course not. Perhaps you thought that failure might come. Maybe you even feared it would come, or in some other way gave it entrance into your mind. We live in mind, and it can return to us only what we think into it. No matter what we do, law will always obtain. If we are thinking ourselves as poor and needy, the mind has no choice but to return what we have thought into it. It is done unto you as you believe. Thoughts of failure, limitation, or poverty are negative and must be counted out of our lives for all time. God has given us a power, and we must use it. We can do more towards saving the world by proving this law than all the charity has ever given to it. Remember, God is the silent power behind all things, always ready to pour into our experience that which we need. We must have a receptive and positive faith in the evidence not seen with the physical eye, but which are eternal in the heavens. All is mind, and we must provide a receptive avenue for it as it passes out to us, through us, into the outer expression of our affairs. If we allow the world's opinion to control our thinking, then that will be our demonstration. If, on the other hand, we rise superior to the world, we shall create a new pattern. It is quite necessary, then, that the successful businessman should keep his mind on thoughts of happiness which produce cheerfulness instead of depression. He should radiate joy, and should be filled with faith, hope, and expectancy. The cheerful, hopeful attitudes of mind are indispensable to the one who really wants to do things in life. Declare your freedom. Know that no matter what others may say, think, or do, you are a success now, and nothing can hinder you from accomplishing your good. All the power of the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. Begin to blot out, one by one, all false beliefs, all ideas that man is limited, poor, or miserable. Refuse to think of failure or to doubt your own power. See only what you wish to experience and look at nothing else. We are relieved of all thought of clinging to anybody or anything. Cannot the great principle of life create for us all we need? The universe is inexhaustible. It's limitless. It knows no bounds and has no confines. We are not depending on a reed shaken by the wind, but on the principle of life itself, for all that we have or shall ever need. It is not some power or a great power, it is all power. All we have to do is to believe, never wavering, no matter what happens. As we do this, we shall find that things are steadily coming our way, and that they are coming without that awful effort which destroys peace of mind or the majority of the race. We know that there can be no failure in God's mind, and this mind is the power on which we are depending. And that ends the section on attracting success. Our next audio will be on the section called No Failures. So we'll move along to that, and I thank you for listening.